Why do you think Trump is targeting science so aggressively in his second term? And I know you mentioned in your first segment, sir, that he is actually targeting science.
Well, Donald is a appallingly ignorant man. I've spent many, many hours,
Sir,
hundreds
can
of
you
hours.
say this again?
Yes, Donald, whom I've spent hundreds of hours with, is an appallingly ignorant man. He didn't know, for example, as president, why there's a memorial at Pearl Harbor over the Japanese attack in 1941. Donald is all bluster. He's a con artist. He claims to be, one of the world's greatest expert on 22 subjects, one of which I'm a widely known expert in, and he doesn't know anything about my subject, which is taxes and tax policy. So attacking science is part of Donald's effort to instill fear, to block resistance to his dictatorial aims. And let me tell you how important science is to the United States. More than half the growth in the American economy since World War II is directly attributable to taxpayer investments in basic science. So if we had not done for the last almost 80 years what we've been doing, America would have half the income today, half the wealth today that it had. Trump doesn't understand that. Donald has a degree in economics, but he didn't earn it. It was given to him after he failed to show up for class and was a terrible student. In fact, one of his professors called him the dumbest student he had ever taught.
One of his professors called him the dumbest student. I beg your pardon?
He called him the dumbest student he'd ever had.
The dumbest student he ever had.
And I assure you, from the many hours I've spent with Donald, even when he owned casinos and I was closely covering them, I knew more about running a casino than he did. It was appalling how much he didn't know. And you'll see when he gets into trouble with something, he changes the subject, he rambles off, he doesn't stick to things because he doesn't know anything. So science is something that has been under attack in America by the right for a long time. All the Republican members of the House Committee on Science do not believe in science. They believe, in religion, that the world was created 6,000 years ago, and that all sorts of other ridiculous beliefs that are promoted by these anti-science Republicans. And it's one of the most disturbing developments in America. This attack on science, it's often called godless science in America.